Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. Thank you so much for watching us every day, Monday through Friday, from 1 to 3 p.m. Central Time.
Yes.
And we get to ride home with you in the afternoon. Dana, I have to say Central Time because we have folks who are watching us all over the place through syndicated Abundance Television, which is
Yes.
found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you, folks, for watching. Also, if you have ideas about shows, you're the reason I do this. So the shows are shows you like to watch and you like to listen to. So if you have ideas, which you've already sent some, is why Dina's here with us, by the way. So if you would like to see anything about skincare, gardening, whatever you want to see, you want me to do research on whatever, plants, I'm enjoying that, by the way. Just send an email to Donna at donnasedge.com. You can find us on television, channel 182. That's Charter Communications up in North Alabama. Then you can also find us syndicated, like we just mentioned, on Abundance Television, and also the podcast, The Newscasters Studio. That's newscasters.com. Any way we can get you, we are proud to do it. Now, you can also find us on all the social media sites, and that's your Facebook, X used to be called Twitter. It's called X. Seems funny calling it X.
I know it does.
I'm like,
Yeah, it just sounds odd.
but anyway, you can find us on all the social media sites. Just in YouTube, go find us that way as well. So a lot of you ladies and men have been sending emails about skincare. And so you want to know how to do it. And I've got to say this, and so I got this, and this is a Mary Kay product, and I'm loving this. I want you to explain how it works. But I had, and I don't know if it's from having really oily skin, not cleaning my skin good enough. I'm not sure what caused it, but and it's still there just a little bit.
You can barely see it.
And but right here, it was like on my like a blob of skin or something. I don't know what you call it. And
Like a
then
crust.
and then right there was a crust, and also on the side of my face. And then so you provided me with these two products, and one is a charcoal mask. I've heard a lot about charcoal
Yes, charcoal is
and about
excellent.
how that's really good for your skin.
Yes.
Then I turned right around and used the moisture renewing gel mask.
Yes.
So you tell people how you do it. I mean, it's easy. It's not a big complicated thing while you're watching television. By the way, I put some on, watch television. The cat jumped up on the lap and just stared at me.
I'm sure he did. Just trying to figure out what happened. Okay, but this clear proof charcoal mask, because charcoal has um, an ingredient in it or an element in it that can pull. It pulls.
Uh-huh.
So when you apply that to your skin, it goes deep into your pores, like we talked about before, which is the whole point in doing a mask,
Mhm.
so that it, it can go deep into those pores because there are several layers of skin.
Mhm.
And most people don't understand that. They just think,
Well, this
well,
is the
this is
biggest
my
organ
thing.
of our body.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
And because of the layers are so thin, we can't see it,
Uh-huh.
but it's there.
Uh-huh.
And so these products are designed to go deep into the pores
Mhm.
and pull out the impurities that causes like the
And
little
it did
crusty
it.
places,
Uh-huh.
deep wrinkles,
Mhm.
dryness,
Blackheads. I had
blackheads.
these blackheads, and I've got this 10x mirror, and it
Mm-hmm.
scares me to death to look into it.
Mm-hmm.
I looked in,
No,
and there were blackheads, like
mm-hmm.
little black right here that you can
Mm-hmm.
see with the 10x. They're not there
They're
anymore.
not there.
So
Yeah.
that charcoal pulled that out.
Absolutely. And the Clear Proof line in itself has been great for a lot of teenagers
Hmm.
because they're coming into that, part of their life where
I never
often,
left it, so at
often,
65.
oh my goodness. And they're conscientious, they're
Yeah.
self-conscious
Oh
for
my
one thing
goodness.
because their bodies are
Uh,
changing, but their skin is also changing
uh-huh.
because their overall, metabolism, I mean, not their just their uh, chemical makeup is
Mhm.
changing in their bodies. And
Mhm.
so when they use this clear proof, I mean, there's the clear proof, the cleanser and the moisturizer, the
Mhm.
whole 9 yards of that. But what it does, it goes into those deep layers
Uh-huh.
and start to pull those impurities so
And so
that
that dead skin that was laying there, it's pulling that out.
it pulls
Now it
it
won't
out.
do it the first time. Now the
No.
first time I could tell a huge difference though.
Hmm. Hmm.
How often should I use this?
maybe once a week, or,
Okay.
once every 10 days or so. It just depends on how well
Mhm.
your skin is responding to it.
Uh-huh.
Some people's, their situation is more um, um, crucial than
Mhm.
yours because you only had like a couple of
Uh-huh.
places. I know that it seemed like a lot to you, but it
Uh,
really wasn't.
Set out like a
No,
sore thumb, I'm telling you.
well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't bad at all. But there are people who just have serious acne. They have really
Yeah.
extra sensitive skin. Anything breaks them out. Anything they eat or anything they get close to
Uh-huh.
or whatever.
I
And
thought I was going to
sometimes,
have to go to a dermatologist for that. So that saved me that bill. I didn't
yeah,
have to do it.
yes. And so this product is awesome,
Mhm.
and we have allowed. Um, I mean, Mary Kay allows us to,
Uh-huh.
just kind of experiment around to
Uh-huh.
see different clients who have different customers who have different types of skin.
Well, I'm a
Like
walking
you,
commercial for this.
well,
I really do love that.
it shows on
Mhm.
you that it
Well, the
is.
skin looks glowing a little more.
Oh yes, absolutely, and
Mhm.
just more clear and vibrant. I
Mhm.
noticed that, each the
Mhm.
last couple of times I was here, I could tell the difference. And
Even I didn't tell my husband. You know, how husbands are, they don't notice
you don't
anything.
notice
So,
anything.
yeah, but he did. He noticed. He said,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay,
He
yeah,
said, something's different.
yes,
And he just all he could say, something was different. And I said,
yeah,
you remember that little thing is right there? And he
mhm,
said,
yeah, because it's really gone. I
then he
mean,
wanted to have to get rid of it.
yeah.
Because
So,
he had suggested I go to a dermatologist one time. He said, I
mm,
think you need to go to a dermatologist because
okay.
there's a lot of cancer in your family. And he was scared to death.
Well,
No, he
I'm
didn't
I'm
want
going
to
to
do
take credit for being the dermatologist then.
it.
That we were able to bring this to the table for you. And then of course you always want to use your regular daily moisturizer
Hmm.
because it has, the SP30 in it,
Hmm.
and so you need that in the daytime. And of
Hmm.
course then at night you want to use the nighttime moisturizers.
This is some good stuff right here.
It is awesome.
And it stayed on my face as long as I went a little bit over, but it didn't matter,
Yeah, you want to be
because
careful
this
that you don't go
don't
too
sleep
far
on it.
over because we had some people who let it stay on longer than the
Uh-huh.
allotted time,
Uh-huh.
and their skin did not respond well to
Ooh.
that. So they had
Need to go with that
some
time as much as you can.
yes, as close as you can. Certainly, it's better to be a little under than too far over.
Hmm.
Yes. I
Well,
mean,
let me ask you this. Could I put like just a dab? Like, let's say I want to do this on Saturday night. And then like in the midweek, just put just a little dab, like on Wednesday, say, just right there
mhm.
until it goes away. Could you do that instead of the whole face?
You can
Yeah.
do that, and that way, you're only addressing the
Hmm.
areas that you're concerned about,
Hmm.
and not have to do your whole face every time.
There you go. So
Right.
that's an idea.
Hmm.
Now I like this too. This is the
Hmm.
moisture renewing gel mask.
Yes,
So what's that about?
because oftentimes in our daily, wearing our makeup, cleansing, whatever,
Hmm.
but exposure to even sunlight
Uh-huh.
and lighting in your work area or whatever, your skin has a tendency to dry, even when
Soaks it in.
yes. And
Mhm.
what happens is these moisture renewing gel masks, they put back that moisture because it also goes deep into
Mhm.
those underlying layers there
Uh-huh.
that need to be nurtured so that
Uh-huh.
your skin, not only looks, beautiful and bright and healthy, but
Mhm.
also it feels supple the way it
Mhm.
really should feel. And
Well,
so
it feels
that's
like it's tightened it a little bit. But I don't know, is the
absolutely.
mask or was it this that tightened it?
Hmm. Well,
Probably both of them.
the probably both because this has a little bit of a firming element in it as well.
Because I put it under the neck
And
too.
you can tell the difference, can't you?
Hmm.
Yes, and I can tell the difference
Uh-huh.
in mine because mine was a
Hmm.
little more droopy
Hmm.
than what it is now.
Yeah, because as you
So
get older, you're just gonna have some
it's
sagging.
right
That's
because I mean
fine.
it's gravity. It's
Hmm.
gravity, so we can't
And
avoid
I
it.
don't want to go get a,
No, no, I don't want to do
surgery or
it.
anything like that done
No,
at
as little
all.
of that as possible.
I want to ask you a question. So
Certainly.
I have a friend who lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's an esthetician,
Hmm.
and so she told me one time. She said, you shed skin like a snake."
Mm, okay.
And she said, and if you don't believe it, because you spend a lot of time sleeping in your bed, she
Hmm.
said, go get a vacuum cleaner and put it on the mattress and vacuum it. She
Hmm.
said, you think you're clean. She
Hmm.
said, but you're going to get all kinds of funky stuff, and
Hmm.
it's your dead skin that
Hmm.
goes into that mattress. And she said, your skin sheds
Hmm.
just like a snake does. Well, not as profound, but
Right.
like it
But
does.
but you get the general concept, and it does.
And so
And
she
it does.
said that's what causes buildup and acne and all that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
that's in regards to that. That's what
Hmm.
this did, the charcoal, to
Exactly.
cure that.
Exactly. And that's another reason why I recommend the 4-in-1 cleansers.
Mm-hmm.
They're that the time wise 4-in-1
Mm-hmm.
because it has not only the cleansing elements in it, but it also has
Mm-hmm.
moisturizers in it. Almost all of these products has some tiny amount of moisturizer in
Uh-huh.
it, even if it's not just a moisturizer. Does that make
Mm-hmm.
sense? And so when you use those products, it deals with that dryness that sits there that we think when we just wash our face and we put our makeup
I'm
on
done.
or whatever, I'm done, but you're really not.
Uh-huh.
And so it's so important to just have, use all of what you need and everything that maybe one person might need, someone else may not need that, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe their budget may not allow
Mm-hmm.
that for. So I always recommend, even if you have to just minimize it, just get a lipstick,
Mm-hmm.
even if you can't get the foundation,
Mm-hmm.
but get the cleanser and the moisturizer,
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't do any of the other things, because that is just going to make such a big difference in
Mm-hmm.
the overall health of your
Mm-hmm.
skin and the longevity of the youth of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
You want that. You want that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this brings me to another question. We're talking to folks who, because I mean, people are getting short time, different things have happened since COVID, and then
Mm-hmm.
prices of groceries and everything went up.
Oh my goodness.
Can you help people maybe get started in the business, even if all they want to do is buy it for themselves? Could people do that to get a discount? Could people do
Not
that?
really. And the reason is because as a consultant,
Mm-hmm.
Mary Kay requires you to generate a certain amount of sales on a
Okay.
monthly basis.
Mm-hmm.
So the average person is not going to need
Yeah.
that much product for themselves.
Right.
But I can sign up people, to
Mm-hmm.
become
But
a
if they want
consultant.
extra money, they
If
can
they
do
want
that.
extra money, they
And
can
sell
do
to other
that.
people. You can just do
Yes,
that as
yes,
well.
yes.
And Mary Kay is a well-known company. They've been around how many years?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know right off the top of my head, but it
I
was
know
a
at
it
least
was a
since the 60s.
since the '60s, yes. And so Mary Kay Ash, she was an awesome lady,
Didn't she
and
start out of a garage or something like that?
yes, absolutely, right there in the home.
I love
She
success
did.
stories like that where people just get started just because they come up
Oh
with an
yes,
idea.
oh yes, yes. And so she came with up with this, and
And that keeps you
here
from
we
having to work
are.
out of your garage to
Well,
get it
I'm having to
started.
right now.
Bet you are now.
Excuse me. Oh, I've got Mary Kay boxes in my
Uh-huh.
guest bedroom upstairs. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, my brother and his wife came several months ago, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay, we're gonna have to move these
Yeah.
boxes over to the other side of the room. But they said they weren't intimidated by it at all
Uh-huh.
because
Just
they
move a box and lay down and go to sleep.
that's it. The bed was clean. We just needed to
That's
move
all
a
that
few
matters.
boxes.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know what? Half the show is already gone.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
going to have to go into a commercial break,
Okay.
and we'll be right back in just a few minutes. Y'all hang around. More great stories, okay? Queen City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Good afternoon. We're back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have ideas for shows or you have some questions that folks can send you, send an email to donna@donnasedge.com. That's donna@donnasedge.com. So, Mary Kay Products, and you've won me over. And I won't have one of these without the other one. Right. Now, another thing is they're pretty concentrated. To me, it's not a big cost because they're concentrated. You won't have to use like half the bottle. You know, exactly. That'll last you a long time right there. Mm-hmm. Now, another product that you have, I've been using for years. Mm-hmm. And I'll have to tell you, the way I started actually in television was back in the year, I think it was 2004.
Okay.
And I was friends with a guy who owned a TV station. Mm-hmm. And so the people who were on the news program, the nightly news, wanted something for their skin. Okay. And so I started out, I had a friend who was selling Mary Kay back in the day. Mm-hmm. And so I was using this primer, and I really liked the primer. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you what, the men loved this as much as the women did.
Absolutely.
Because those lights, because back in the day, you had these lights were like this wide. Mm-hmm. And you would have 3 of them here and 3 behind you. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, it would melt your skin almost. I mean, you could say they had a shine on their face within 5 minutes.
Yes.
So everybody, men and women, loved this primer because
And they still do.
put that on, and I would do their makeup and stuff like that. So I would put that on them, and the men no makeup, but I would put the primer on, and they loved it. Yes,
because it takes away the shine, but it also has a protective barrier, so it protects against the lighting like that, even if you're out in the sun.
another great point.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, it does. And I just refuse to be without it. I refuse. If I'm going to wear makeup, I want the primer.
I was running low. Actually, I wasn't that low. I had a half a tube, but I always ordered right when I get a half tube just to make sure. I'm always worried about supply and demand.
And I always recommend that to my customers.
Yeah.
You know, don't wait until you're out or you're about to be out.
I won't run
Let
out
me
of that.
know so we can get it ordered. And then I have a personal thing that I do for my customers. If just say maybe a person has had some medical issues or whatever, finances just a little thin or whatever. So I give my customers an opportunity with me personally to maybe break it up in a couple of payments.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not stressful, but they don't have to be without. I don't want any of my customers to ever be without anything that they need. So if I'm going to provide for them, I want to do it and meet the demand as best I possibly can. So there's
I want to talk about men and skincare.
Yes.
Because I'm going to, from my experience, if nothing else,
the primer and the shine blotters, if the men are going to be on camera.
And there's a lot of bloggers out there and a lot of folks who are doing their own shows on YouTube and what have you now.
But we have a box of what we just call them shine blotters, and you just blot, you know, your face with those before you go on camera. It takes away the shine.
Well, it's
It
a good
works
idea.
in conjunction with the primer. And but even if you don't, if some gentlemen, you know, they don't use the primer, but if they're gonna, I have clients who are pastors, who are, you know, they're
singers. I'm thinking of singers who are up there on the stage. They got lights and all this kind of. I would think they would want this.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I have customers who are, they're on the praise team at the church, so they're on camera every.
You are doing Zoom and all that stuff.
Yes, they are. And so the shine blotters, and they're only like $6 a box. They're just like 50 sheets of it in there because you just only need, you know, they're just one to just kind of blot around, and it just takes that shine away. And I love it, and I love the fact that men, we're in that age where men are open, and I'm so glad about this, that men are open more now to, you know, being receptive, even though the product says Mary Kay, and the primary color is about pink. You know, that was her signature color, but that doesn't, you know, it's really not relevant. What's relevant is that men's skin is so important that they have healthy skin as well. They don't want to age any more than we do.
No.
They really don't. But they don't have anyone to really educate them and make them feel okay about saying, okay, well, I don't use the shave foam, you know, from the shelf at Walmart. I use Mary Kay shave foam. You know, they don't, you know, because it's
Phil doesn't care.
Right. And
but if I said, do you want me to get you something in a blue tube? I mean, would you be happier if it's
and the tube for the men.
Just use yours.
Yeah, there's coming a great
thing about Phil.
With blue.
Now, men, let me say something. Don't use half the bottle, because I remember the first time Phil was like, "Well, there goes. You don't need that much. Just a little bit. Don't waste my stuff." So just a little bit is all it's going to take.
It's all it takes. It's just, and that's
another.
You know how
Phil is.
Yes. And the average gentleman, they do that. You have to kind of educate them a little bit. We help them out.
I want to talk about truck drivers, and we're about to get into summertime, and they've got their arms hanging out of the, you know, they got their windows down, and they're hanging here. That's got to be causing some kind of issues, because I've heard of men having cancer on that arm right there, and then they'll start talking. It's like, oh, I'm a truck driver. I keep my arm out that window. What can they do? What kind of lotions do you have for me?
We've got we have for anybody, because we have women truck drivers too, but we have a fragrance free. It's called the Satin Hands, And of course, then a lot of men, they want to shy away from the word satin, but it's
If
not
you get cancer, you don't. You'll be
really,
fine to have it. You don't
really
care what it's called.
that's satin hands
Uh-huh.
cream, because you can use it not just, it says satin hands, but it's not just for your hands, it's for your body. You can use it anywhere, on your face,
Uh-huh.
anywhere. And so that in itself is the perfect, thing for
Mm-hmm.
especially guys like that. Not only that, construction workers out in the
Yeah, they're on the
summertime,
roof. Can you
they're
imagine how brutal that is? They
roofing.
take their shirt off, and that's
Yes,
got to be horrible.
the gentleman that's out there digging ditches,
Mm-hmm.
they're out there, they're exposed to
Or my
the
husband
weather.
working in the garden.
Exactly,
Really, if you do
farmer.
any kind of gardening, you need to.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so it's fragrance free, and it truly is
Mm-hmm.
fragrance free. It has no scent at all,
Mm-hmm.
so they don't have to,
You don't have to worry about smelling like a rose.
smell like a rose. Yes, because they're like, Mary Kay, I don't want to be. But I have, I'm pleased to say, I'm happy to say that I have about 42 male clients,
Mhm.
customers. I keep saying
Yeah.
clients because I'm
Mhm.
from the accounting firm. I'm so used
Yeah.
to saying clients, but they are happy with the products,
Uh-huh.
the facial cleanser, then the shave foam, the aftershave gel, the advanced hydrator. It's like an extreme moisturizer, and then the advanced eye cream
Uh-huh.
that deals with that puffiness
Uh-huh.
that comes from staying up late
Uh-huh.
watching the ball game or
Yeah.
whatever, or working 14 hours a day or whatever.
Yeah.
And so
Stress. Now, stress can really play into your skin, can
yes, it does, and
it? Mhm. You can see it.
you can see it, and so these products are designed to minimize that. Some gentlemen, they have crow's feet,
Mhm.
and so the the eye renewal cream
Uh-huh.
is perfect for that. It minimizes those crow's feet.
Well, you have like no wrinkles,
No, ma'am.
and we're about the same age.
Yes, but I have to give credit to the Mary Kay products because I've been using them for years and years now, and even before I became a
See,
consultant.
that's why I would buy from her because she uses the product, and
Yeah.
you can see it in her face, in
Mhm.
her skincare. I mean, you
Right.
can see she has like we're about the same age,
Mhm.
and there's no wrinkle at all on her
Well,
face.
to God be the glory. That's all I can say. To Him be the glory,
Mhm.
because he put me in position. I had one of my good friends was selling Mary Kay back when I worked at Gulf State Steel,
Mhm.
and so I started buying Mary Kay from her, not knowing that years later I was going to
You're
become
gonna
a
wind up being pretty
consultant.
big in the company too.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just, I'm kind of small potatoes compared to everybody else,
Well, you got
but
another career too,
but I
though.
love it
But
because
you're proving that you can have another career, you have another job, and you can also make a nice living with Mary Kay.
yeah, and I'm just going to be honest with you about the Mary Kay. It's really more of ministry for me because I love the idea of ministering to people, about teaching and bringing information to them that's going to enhance and enrich their lives. That's why my logo for that, or my mission statement, is enriching the lives of men and women.
There you go.
That's what I want to do.
Less than 30 seconds. How can folks get in contact with you?
Okay, they can reach me at 256-622-4751. Waldeanna Wise Johnson, aka Dina Johnson. I'm here for you. Thank you for your support.
Absolutely. And
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. Thank you for helping me get rid of that. I was concerned. I thought it could be cancerous or something. But thank you again so much for watching. We really love dealing with you. Every single day we get to do things together. So again, ideas for shows, whatever you want to say, just send an email. I appreciate it. I love each and every email that's sent. Donna@donnasedge.com. Donna@donnasedge.com. You take care. See you shortly.